Hello, in this lecture we'll look at some of the features of IBM Dataworks Forge that's available in IBM Bluemix. So what is IBM Dataworks Forge? We like to call it the IBM Data Refinery, but it's a set of tools that are cloud-based that makes it really easy for anyone within your enterprise to quickly identify and access data that they need across the enterprise. After finding that data, using Dataworks Forge, you're able to ingest it and then transform the data into any format that they need in order to accomplish their tasks. So this includes filtering, cleansing, deleting duplicates, and a host of other data refinement capabilities. When the user is finished refining the data, they're able to export it out to a location of their choice. So why Forge? Let's look at a specific scenario. So how does Carol, a business analyst in an enterprise, go about analyzing data? Typically, she must ask IT for the data and then wait for it. And then she'll end up with raw data of undetermined quality. If the data is wrong or the data sets are incomplete, she has to interact with IT again in order to get it resolved. Then she needs to cull through, join the data. Then she needs to prepare the data and export it to a database or into another format that's compatible with the tools that she needs to use to analyze the data. With Dataworks Forge, it's a lot easier. With Forge, Carol is empowered to quickly find all the data herself. The tool will profile the data and classify the data for her, and we'll show you in subsequent slides an example of that. The tool will analyze the data, giving quality scores, value distributions, so that Carol can quickly visualize and understand the data. And then it gives her the tools to easily shape, improve, join, standardize, filter, and so on. And finally, she can apply those changes and deliver that data to a destination of her choice. So for example, she can create a brand new database, or she can deliver it to an existing database. Dataworks Forge supports a variety of sources and targets, and this list is being updated all the time. But at the time this lecture was created, these are the sources and targets that are supported. Now here's a screenshot of Data Forge in action. As you can see, once you bring in data, it gives you an indication of the classification. It gives you an indication of the quality score. So you'll be able to see missing values, suspect values. For example, in categorical data, for example, there may be misspelled values. So you may have state names written out, and the state of Texas is misspelled in a few fields. These are all examples of things that go into the quality score. Once you have the data, you can then start improving its quality. You can filter it, you can remove duplicates, you can remove unnecessary columns, and you can visualize clusters of data to see how the data is partitioned between different categories. So when you're done, you can review your actions. You can see every single operation that you've done on the data. And then you can finally, if you're happy with your changes, you can apply them and then export the data to a destination of your choice. So in summary, IBM Dataworks Forge is a service that allows you to identify relevant data, transform the data to suit your needs, and finally load it to a system for use in additional tools and systems.